Quattro, you're getting so big. You really need to not be so big so no one shoots you this season. We're gonna have to put a collar on you or something. Those antlers are gonna be so huge once they're done growing. They're so giant. You're crazy, dude. You're a good boy. So this deer, we've been feeding him for, I think he's 3 now. He first started coming around when he was a little 4-point. That's why we named him Quattro. And then he had a big old rack last year. And now it's gonna be enormous this year. I really thought he wouldn't make it through the season last year. I thought someone would shoot him. But he's crafty. But man, this year he is a shooter. He's got a big, thick body. Come on, I got more corn. And his rack is going to be ridiculous when it's done growing. You can see it's still in velvet, still really round on the tips. It's going to be really long and sharp. And so it's got to grow a lot more. He's a good boy. I want him to get used to me touching him so that we can like put a collar around his neck. We feed him nearly every day, and he's getting a lot more chill, but still not chill enough for me to wrap both arms around his neck. I'm also thinking maybe we just like spray paint his antlers, but he's not gonna be chill enough for me to spray paint his antlers. But I mean, I'm sitting here just chatting and he still comes up and eats out of my hands. This is a totally wild deer. Our property is not high fenced. All these deer come and go. And he is just huge. No special genetics or anything on him. We don't feed him any protein besides just randomly throwing them only this much corn. Like, we don't feed him a lot of corn. We just kind of throw him some corn every day. And my goal is to keep him from getting shot this year. The Barracuda has not received a whole lot of love lately, but that's all gonna change today. I found online this chassis. It was a 1991 Dodge Ram W350. And the guy had taken the body off because he wanted to use that old first gen body and put it on a newer generation frame. So he just had the frame and motor, all the driveline was there, but no body. So I bought that frame and driveline, and I decided it'd be cool to put a Barracuda body on it. So I started looking around, and one of my buddies, Brandon, well, he wasn't my buddy at the time actually, we met because of this, but I found Brandon who had a Barracuda body. No driveline in that, nothing. It was just a body without the rest of the car. And so I was like, can you put it with this? And he was like, I think that's awesome, let's do it. And so the Cummins Cuda was born. We took the 12 valve out of that driveline that we had, souped it all up, and this thing had a souped up 12 valve, probably making around 650 horsepower and a lot more torque. The problem is, when you get 12 valve making that much horsepower, it blows a lot of smoke, and you gotta have big turbos on it that really don't spool until you get after it. Like, you gotta really be trying to get those things to spool. If you're just driving around town, you're just blowing black smoke and not spooling turbos. And so I didn't like that. I wanted this thing to be more drivable, but I still love the power. When I wanted the power, it was nice that that power would kick in. So my buddies over at Holden Bros Diesel, which is where we're heading right now, were like, Matt, if you want that power plus drivability, you need to get away from the 12 valve and go to a 6.7 liter Cummins common rail diesel. And then it's all like on the fly tunable too. I can be like, I want all the power and hit a button and we have all the power. Or I can say, I want all the drivability, hit a button, and it's like gonna drive around Sunday cruise down Main Street without blowing freight train smoke all over the place. So I pulled the engine out of this. I'm gonna put that 12 valve in something else someday, I'm sure. So I kept it. But we're going to get a new engine for this thing. A 6.7 liter Cummins that Willie and Steven are building up for me right now. And are gonna throw in this thing. And I think it's gonna be a whole different animal. Behind it, just in case that rope back. It was that. You can run me over also. Yeah, just so you know what it all is. I'm trying to make content. What did you just tell me before I turned the camera on?
Well, what I said was today is July 22nd, I think.
23rd.
23rd. And August 3rd, this thing is gonna drive to Meat Fest under its own power.
Oh, that would be.
And that's
August
like,
3rd is our barbecue event, which you should come to. Get you some tickets. But these guys, I didn't put this on them.
This isn't on Matt.
This guy put it on him.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Then he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have it." What is the status of the engine right now?
So it's assembled. It needs fuel and air, like cylinder head, crank, oil pan, front. Like it's 90% complete.
It's mainly together, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So all you gotta do is
we
just
gotta-
throw it in here.
Yeah. Swap the fuel pump out because this one makes more pressure.
We got injectors, valve
harness.
train, the top end of the motor, injection pump, electronics.
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that'll.
That you forgot.
Yeah, but it's a Cummins, man, and that
Easy.
It's a lot easier than a 6 liter.
Yeah.
that's a Cummins right there, bro.
Oh yeah. So wait, you already have? Are we using any of the turbos from the old engine?
No, we're gonna.
So
use
I don't
your
need to.
header.
I don't need to give those to you then.
Yes,
mean,
You want them?
Yeah, no.
No, I need them back on mine.
Yeah, you need to keep them for the 12 valve, but we're gonna
Yeah.
do one single turbo that's kind of in the middle of those two.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Because we're going from 5.9 liters to 6.7 liters, so bigger.
That's a
engine.
lot of liters.
We're
Yeah.
gonna try to make sure if all we have is stock fuel for now, it's gonna limit us to around about 600 horsepower. But we want to pick a turbo that'll make 750.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna have a dial. You're gonna be able to turn it down and then
Turn it up.
yeah.
Why,
we're gonna know
why would
what
we
to
need to turn it down? Y'all were right. I shouldn't have put a 12 valve in it with all the things I wanted out of it. They told me not to in the beginning. And I said, I don't care what y'all think. What do y'all even know about diesel engines?
Matt,
Yeah.
you said you're wrong.
I was wrong.
And we were right.
Yes.
I'll never say it again. So don't even expect it.
That was your one.
All right,
time.
but I mean, we'll see if you're right about getting this thing in. And how many days is that?
10.
7. Oh my, dude, it's 10.
Okay, so if I have it
It's
running
11.
and it
11
drives
days.
to your event, you have to wear a Holden Bro shirt at Meat Fest.
At Meat, deal.
All right.
You're going down, sucker. Wait, no, I want you to succeed. Actually, I don't know who I'm pulling for in this bet.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck. Y'all need any help?
No, we got it, man.
I can turn a wrench. I have a wrench in my pocket that we
Yeah, we
left in the
found a
car.
If we're looking like we're not gonna make it, yes, we're gonna call you late Sunday night.
Perfect.
And say, Matt, run, hurry.
What are you looking for down there?
Oh, I found your Sharpie too.
Oh, thanks. I needed that.
Yeah.
All right, good luck, fellas.
Okay, dude.
I'm pulling for you.
Later, man.
Later. Welcome to the Desperado. We're actually in a flash flood warning right now. You can see it's pretty wet outside. And it rained upriver a lot. They were flooding upriver. I actually did just get this video from somebody a second ago. They went down into the cave on our new ladder to check it out.
Oh, I got some little bit of water flowing down here.
Hole in the ground's still there. Big old puddle of water. I also want to check out the erosion on this road. Oh, geez, that's bad. Look at that. That's like a 2-foot drop. No, it's like an 18-inch drop. So this water coming down has totally eroded out all the base material we used to build up this road. Even so much to knock these big rocks down. Like those were all up higher and they're kind of falling down. We lined those rocks all down this road and some of them have fallen off the freaking hill. Holy cow. Jeez. That was one rain. Oh my gosh. What the heck? That was all our hard work. Holy cow, that's like a 5-foot drop. Holy cow. This road went all the way out to here And these rocks, those rocks were all piled and they're all just falling down the hill now as this is eroding. So obviously we need to work on drainage. Man, okay, so that's all this erosion is from the water coming down this side of the road right here, and then it starts coming across the road here, pulling off here and just pulling that down the hill. Jeez, so that tells me we need to put some culverts in quickly, because that was one flash flood rain that just did that. Maybe it was worse here last night than I thought. God, that's so crazy. That was so much work, and the water's like, ha, screw you, dude, later. Okay, got our 4x4 with lockers on, so hopefully we don't get this big, heavy dually stuck. I'm gonna go see what this river looks like now. Got a guy down here cleaning by the river because we're getting ready for Meat Fest. Dude, yeah, there's some water in there. Not bad. I mean, it's flowing good. You can see it's muddy. It's all brown because of all the rainfall. And it's higher. All these places where plants are growing, that was all rock that was out of the water a couple days ago. And so the water level did come up probably 5 inches, but not bad at all. This is not flooding here yet. But we are scheduled to get like 4 more days of rain. Now in Texas, that usually means a ½ inch of rain. But if it, we get like 4 inches of rain in one day, this water's gonna come up. This is good though for us. We need this rain, we need this river to keep flowing. Now for Meat Fest, there's gonna be a beautiful river. Meat Fest right now, it's like 11 days out. And so the forecast shows that it's beautiful that week. Who knows when it actually gets here, but currently it says it's gonna be raining all next week and then not the week before Meat Fest, which would make for freaking perfect, ideal river conditions where it's all clean and clear and flowing super good, and everybody will just get to hang out on the river and eat barbecue all day long. I need to get this old broken boat out of here. That has been out here for the entire year and a few months that I've owned this place, and I just haven't moved it. Not gonna move it today because it's too muddy to get down here. Don't wanna get stuck. But we have been cleaning off this little beach area, which will be awesome. More room for people to spread out. There's a nice beach over there. There's another one a little further. There's a good one here. There's a couple more down that way too, but we've never cleared this one just because we couldn't get a lawnmower down there. So the guy's gonna go down there with the weed eater and just kind of knock it all down. Just more area for people to spread out. Probably need to try to build some stairs down to that one because it's a little steeper. It's like probably a 6-foot drop over there. It'd be easy to build some stairs down there. We got nice little ropes. So you got walking paths out here, trying to get this place nicer and nicer. Every freaking month, I just want something out here to be better than the month before. We're working hard, and it is. Like, it looks so much better than it used to be. You used to not be able to drive down this because there were these stumps and logs, but like 40 times more of them. We've been slowly clearing them all out, and now you can walk down here, you can ride a bike down here, and I just want to get all this stuff picked up eventually. Just, there's been more pressing matters, like digging a hole in the ground every week to see where it goes. I don't know. I'm at one of the further down beach areas. I am kind of worried about these picnic tables. They were up in the water. The water came up around the bottom of them. If it comes up a lot, it could wash them down, and it is way too wet. I can't get a truck anywhere near this right now because it's all a downhill slope, and if I start sliding, I won't be able to stop. So I'm gonna have to wait till it's dry and probably just need to drag these things up the hill. But man, the river's perfect. Like, as soon as this dirt settles from, it's just not raining and it's not all brown, this is like a really nice flow. This is gonna be great for floating. Oh, we're gonna have tubing, by the way, at the Meat Fest. We're gonna have a big sign here, so you'll get out here and we'll have a trailer and a truck pull you all the way back up to the top of the property over there, and you can float back down. It's probably like I would guess a 30-minute float. So we're gonna eventually have like 2-hour floats, so we can like take y'all like off property and way up river, and it'd be really cool. But for now, our opening day, we're gonna try to just have a little easy 30-minute float, and you can run it as many times as you want, which I think would be really fun. People just floating down here on inner tubes, jumping out, getting back on the truck and trailer, and going back up river. You and the whole family, or you and the bros. It's gonna be sweet. Assuming it doesn't keep flooding. Probably won't. Here's where the main part will all take place, this big field. We will have our band over there on a stage. which I just talked to a band today. We're gonna have Clay Hollis out here. He's a country music singer, songwriter, and he actually just released a song with Kevin Fowler. And talked to him on the phone today, really nice guy. So Clay Hollis will be playing for us out here in the field. We will have food trucks, we will have beer. Oh, by the way, we were trying to figure out beer and that kind of thing. And then Miller Lite was like, hey, we'll sponsor. Miller is sending us beer. I also have 2 other brands of beer that are sending beer as well. And so we're not gonna charge for it. Beer is going to be free until it runs out. So this event is now gonna be BYOB. Bring whatever you wanna drink, but we will have a lot of beer and it'll be totally free until it's gone, which I assume it will be gone. But that was pretty cool. Miller Lite being like, yeah, we wanna be a part of it. Hell yeah, brother. I think our plan is on this side, up under the shade, we will have the smokers. We're gonna have some big tents, one for dining, one for just kind of like standing around like bar tables kind of thing, all out to where you can be sitting and eating while watching the guys play music on the stage. We're gonna have some food trucks as well with like drinks, stuff like that. We're gonna have sides too. Donut actually connected me to a chef buddy of his who is pumped to come help us. This thing is actually all coming together. Very nervous about it, but I think it's gonna freaking work. There is a link down in the description below if you'd like to get a ticket. We're probably gonna sell tickets just a few more days and then cut it because we need to like finalize numbers for security. We're gonna have sheriff's department out here running security, and then just for us to know how much food we're gonna have. So just a few more days on the site, and then the friggin' event's gonna be like 5 days away. I'm ready though. Someone just sent me this. This says just above Comfort, about 16 feet high. We'll be down here by 7 to 8. He's saying that the floodwater's coming. So it's already 16 feet high just north of Comfort, which is probably about an hour's drive from here. And so it's, you know, the river's moving slower, but that means in a few hours, the river's gonna be possibly 16 feet higher here, which means I probably should go move that trailer just to be safe. Unlikely it'll get that high because that trailer is probably 20 feet above the river right now. And even if it touches the trailer, it's not gonna wash it away. It'd have to come up several feet over the trailer. So it'd have to come up like 25 feet, but if it keeps raining, which it is currently drizzling, it's not a risk I wanna take. It would suck to come back tomorrow and the trailer's gone and the pavilion is in the trees. I don't wanna move it. We had it all set up, but all right. I should move it just in case.
Straight back. A little bit, Matt. A little bit. Whoa.
Nailed it. I was kind of wondering if this thing would even pull or if I was gonna be slipping too much, but we're good. Pulling the trailer, I mean, it's not too heavy. It's got all that wood on it, but it's not too bad. But yeah, we're dragging her out. We're just gonna put it at the top of this pasture, which is not very far away, but it's like 10 feet higher than where it was at the bottom. This will just help me sleep easy tonight as more rain keeps coming, that we are not going to lose our trailer. I'm trying to not lose the white truck back there. Nailed it. Trailer was here, moved it all the way up to the high end of the pasture. So that is like outside the 500-year floodplain. So we're not expecting that. That should be like, I mean, this was safe. I'm 99% sure, but I'm 199% sure that that is safe. Water's flowing good, but it is not flooding. I'm gonna watch this water for a little while and see if it rises and see what this looks like. I also wanna see if the water does come up 16 feet, what happens to these rock steps I put in, which look amazing, by the way. They've survived some heavy rain, but never a flood. So we'll see. Also this thing, it's about 4 feet out of the water right now, maybe 4.5. I wanna see if that gets covered. Just wanted to get some marks so when this water does come up, we can kind of see how high. This top step is probably 10 feet above the water level right now. Okay, let's let some time pass and see what happens. Just two big old fish swimming around right there. There's another one. Just saw him. Where'd he go? You can see it, all the water's all cloudy where he's stirring it up. And those two boys just hanging out. Probably just waiting to see the flood too. We're all interested. It has been about 2 hours since I checked in, and this still looks the same. Nothing yet. But all the people I know who are upriver are saying that the river is going crazy up there. It has to come here eventually, right? I've never seen a river rise, so I'm kind of excited to do this. This is just like booty snapple. It's like eclipse, where I've never seen this before. I want to see this natural event. I want to see a flood coming down river. Probably shouldn't be standing in the river, but I don't think it's going to be a tidal wave, right? It's just going to start rising slowly. Probably. We're going to find out together. I'm sitting here on my awesome steps, and as I sit here, I swear the water noise is getting louder. It still looks about the same here. I've been watching the river for 3 hours, which is fun. It's super peaceful. And I've been like going and doing stuff on the resort and then coming back and checking it. It has not changed at all. Everything's the same. I first found out that there was a flood upstream that was 16 feet high 5 hours ago. It is currently 6:50 in the evening. But I don't want to leave because like it's gonna happen as soon as I leave. I know it. Like I want to go eat dinner. But I don't want to miss. This might be the only time I ever see a flood coming down a river. And I want to see it. So I'm annoyed about how excited I am about this. Captain's log. I got eyes on it, and it looks exactly the same. Like, exactly the same. Finally, some action. There's a crane right behind that leaf in the center. He's fishing. Got him. Nice. Ooh, a second crane has entered. Ooh, 2 cranes. This is cool. Nice. I hope they fight. What do you think about crane number 2? This is gonna be the most epic crane content on YouTube. Ooh, that guy's got something in his mouth. Oh man, wait guys. Yeah, they're gone. It's 8:07. I have successfully wasted like 7 hours. It is exactly the same. No change in the amount of flow. And everyone an hour upriver is like, it's insane. It's 16 feet higher than normal. What the heck is that? There's an animal. What the heck is that? It just went underwater. I don't know. It looked like some sort of otter, which we don't have otters. We've got some other rodents that go in the water, but he was so slow moving. Baby Loch Ness monster, that's the best guess I got. Okay, I think I'm gonna bail because it's gonna be dark in 30 minutes. I've already burned 7 hours and nothing has changed. Friggin' moved our stage for no reason. So I think I'm gonna give up and we'll come back in the morning. I'm getting hungry and that's making me cranky, making me not wanna just watch this water not rise up. What are y'all's bets on that animal? I'm gonna guess nutria. I have no idea, I could just barely see its back. Let me know. All right. I'll be back out here tomorrow to see if this thing has changed at all. It will be cool though if we do see what it looks like flooded. Since last year we got to see it in a drought, it'd be cool if this year we got to see it in a flood, kind of go through everything in just a short amount of time. I'll be back out here tomorrow. Hopefully with better luck. Well, it came up last night. Wow. Yeah, log. That is cool. So, the steps are somewhere right there. This is where we had the barbecue pit, and the water came all the way up to that tree. You can see the line on it right there. There's some stuff stuck on the other side of it, but you see the line on that tree over there. The water was, yeah, it's about 6 feet higher than what it is currently. You can see it right on that tree right there. So overnight, the water came up. I was starting to lose hope that it never would. But man, we're freaking flooding. These trees were the trees that were all along the bank. So it's way wider. And I mean, probably 10 feet up, and did get 16 feet up like they said it was going to get. It just was taking a lot longer than they thought. I mean, there are so many big logs rushing down the middle of this water right now. Look at that fella. Wish I had a jet ski, just be ripping up and down this. We did move everything for no reason though. The closest thing I had was that table right there. That table did have about 2 feet of water around it, but it's super heavy, so it didn't go anywhere. It did not get high enough to take the boat, the old broken boat. Shucks. Just push that in right now. Just throw everything I don't want in here, throw some golf carts in there, the old broken golf carts I have. Man, this is crazy. Literally 1 year ago, this river completely bone dry. And this year it is flooding. We did get the picnic tables picked up from the downriver beach also. That's a good thing, because those things would have definitely ended up being debris in the river. But they're safe and sound. This little pecan tree right here, all this debris washed on it last night, but it stood strong. Still good to go. So we don't have any more rain, any heavy rains in the forecast, I don't think. So this is actually probably pretty good for us for Barbecue Fest, because it'll just kind of clean everything down by the river, like a good flush to push, you know, all the little plants that are growing, kind of push them down and make it just a pretty riverbed. We're gonna have to clean up some debris probably once it settles, and I assume this is gonna settle in the next couple of days. But yeah, it looks a little bit different than yesterday. All right, everything is safe and sound. The stage was not in harm's way. We moved it for no reason, but I would do it again because I was scared. Everything on the ranch is good. We have survived the flood. Thanks for watching this episode of Renovating an Abandoned River. It's renovated and not abandoned. The water came back. I love you, and I'll see you next time.